have a very dangerous hurricane approaching Central America this evening. Hello, I'm Mike Nasa with the latest tropical video update here on our YouTube page. Hurricane season 2020 just will not let up. You can see there on the satellite we have a very, very impressive hurricane. This is Hurricane Iota sitting there in the southwestern Caribbean Sea. And just from this perspective, you can obviously tell we have great outflow in pretty much all quadrants right into this upper level low. Ventilation off to the southwest into the southern hemisphere, and just very low shear, very hot water. All signs point to further strengthening into a dangerous major hurricane. Let's get the latest on Iota as of 10 p.m. Eastern Time from the National Hurricane Center. Hurricane Iota was at 13.3 north, 80.2 west. Winds were 105, so it's a high-end Category 2. It's moving west at 10, and that motion, or maybe a little north of west, is expected to continue until landfall sometime by tomorrow night, Monday night. It will be making landfall probably in Nicaragua, but if you're in Honduras, you need to keep an eye out as well. We do have a hurricane warning in effect for the island of Providencia, which is right squarely in the path of the hurricane. That's actually part of Colombia. And we also have a hurricane warning for the coast of Nicaragua from the Honduras-Nicaraguan border to Sandy Bay Sirpi, and the coastline of northeastern Honduras from Punta Patuca to the Honduras-Nicaraguan border, all under hurricane warnings. We also have a hurricane watch for the island of San Andreas, which is down here to the south of where the eye of Iota is expected to pass. Nevertheless, you're going to get tropical storm winds at the very least, if not hurricane force winds. We do have tropical storm warnings in effect on the north coast of Honduras and south of Nicaragua there to Bluefields. So the track is pretty straightforward, into land and then weakening and dissipating by the time Tuesday and Wednesday roll around. It should be over El Salvador, but it looks like it's going to strengthen very quickly. You can see the wind field here is approaching. Providencia is right here, and you guys have hurricane force winds coming at you very quickly. And so it's going to be a very, very dangerous night. Now, this system is strengthening, as I mentioned, very rapidly. 960 millibars. We got an Air Force aircraft headed in there overnight. We'll probably see it go all the way up to Category 4 before landfall. So right now, it's right about here, and that is extensive. However, we are expecting somewhere in the Category 4 range, and that's capable of catastrophic damage. So, again, this system means business. And so as this wind field approaches Nicaragua, we're going to see conditions deteriorate very, very quickly. Here's the, look at this water vapor imagery. Good grief, this thing is really, really taking off. The eye is clearing out there, and there is the island of Providencia, and then you can see San Andreas to the south here, and a good rain band there. Too bad we don't have radar like we do here in the United States down there. I'd love to see what the inner core looks like. Nevertheless, you can imagine it's a very powerful hurricane. We'll have aircraft in there. We're monitoring it from satellite. And remember, they just went through Hurricane Iota down here, which struck as a Category 4. Looks like they're going to have another Category 4 within 2 weeks. Quite remarkable and quite a devastating hurricane season down there in Central America, to say nothing of other places like Louisiana and the Gulf Coast that have been hit so hard. The upper level conditions couldn't be more favorable. You could see this wind shear map here where you have the blues and the blacks, very low wind shear right ahead of it. So no wind shear before landfall, and sea surface temperatures are still very hot down there, boiling, and that should allow the system to strengthen into a Category 4 and pretty much maintain that intensity until landfall. So it's going to be a very bad situation. Here are the key messages as of 10 p.m. from the Hurricane Center. Number 1, Iota is expected to continue to rapidly deepen and become an extremely dangerous Category 4 hurricane when it approaches the coast of Central America on Monday. Potentially catastrophic winds and life-threatening storm surge are expected along portions of northeast Nicaragua and eastern Honduras. There's the hurricane warning in effect, obviously. And remember, that's near and north of the center where you have the winds onshore. You'll get that water piling up 10, 15, 20 feet with a Category 4. Number 2, hurricane conditions are expected and storm surge impacts on the island of Providencia later tonight and Monday. It's already going downhill there. There is a population there of several thousand people. It's like a tropical paradise, but it's part of Colombia. I am pretty sure they obviously know the hurricane's coming. Hopefully there were evacuations. And tropical storm conditions are expected and hurricane conditions are possible on that island of San Andreas to the south. Number 3. Through Friday morning, heavy rainfall from Iota will likely lead to life-threatening flash flooding and river flooding across portions of Central America. Flooding and mudslides in Honduras and Nicaragua could be exacerbated by Hurricane Ida's recent effects there, resulting in significant to potentially catastrophic impacts. What that basically means is that they already got a slow-moving Category 4 hurricane that killed hundreds down there 2 weeks ago. Now they're going to have a faster-moving Category 4 hurricane wrecking havoc right now this upcoming week with Iota. So it's bad news all around. You can see the satellite there, the infrared as the eye clears out. Just a very impressive, dangerous hurricane. Very well defined. It has the classic buzzsaw shape, and it's obviously intensifying. So we'll continue to see this hurricane move in a direction like that towards the Nicaraguan coastline. All preparations to protect life and property need to be rushed to completion as we continue to monitor Hurricane Iota, an extremely powerful hurricane headed for Central America. I'm Mike Naso, and I'll see you next time with more on the tropics and the latest on Iota.